Okay, let's talk about naming acids. And the names of acids is related to the name of the anion, because an acid is going to be hydrogen plus some anion. And so if it ends in IDE, you're going to get a hydro prefix and an IC ending on the acid. That doesn't work with hydroxide or oxide or peroxide because you're just going to get water, but other things that's going to work for. ATE ending ions will become IC ending acids, and ITE ending ions get OUS endings on the acid. So the table below shows different ions and what the corresponding acid would be. So if you take that first one here, you've got chloride forming hydrochloric acid. And you get the hydro prefix and the IC ending. Then if we keep going down, we got hypochlorite forming hypochlorous acid. Note the name of the acid also contains the hypo prefix to distinguish the two acids that end in OUS. The next one, ClO2 minus 1, is chlorite, and it forms chlorous acid. And notice we're just adding one hydrogen in each of these cases. The formula of an acid will be essentially the same way you form a formula for an ionic compound. So go back and look at that formulas of ionic compounds if you're unsure as to how to form these types of formulas. Chlorate, ClO3 minus 1, forms HClO3, or chloric acid, and ClO4 minus 1 is perchlorate, and it forms HClO4, which is perchloric acid. So what we'll do is we'll look at a couple of these acids and we'll either give the formula or we will name them, and then we'll move on to binary molecular compounds. All right, let's talk about naming or writing the formulas of these acids. If we got sulfuric, the ic tells us it's an AT ending ion, which means that it's going to be based on sulfate. The cation in a acid is always H plus. So if we form the correct ionic formula by swapping things around, we get H2SO4. Moving on to the next one, we know H plus is the cation. The OUS ending tells us it is an ITE ending ion, so we're going to write the formula for nitrite, NO2 minus 1. So that will be HNO2. HBr, now we're going from formula to name. That's a monoatomic ion, that's bromide. So if it's bromide, we're going to have a hydro prefix, so it's going to be hydrobromic acid. Okay, looking at this next one, PO4 is phosphate. So that means I'm going to get an IC ending on the acid. And so that's going to be phosphoric acid. And that would be it.